Alright, good evening, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. So I just stopped at the local grocery store just to pick up a few items for the house. Every once in a while, I'll do that after work. Just little stuff for dinner, staples like bread, milk, whatever. But whenever I go, I always take a look at the aisles, of course, the shelves, see how the food's stocked up and all that. And the shelves are like, I'm not exaggerating, but I want to say they were like half empty. Canned goods, a lot of empty spaces. The cereals, boxes of cereal, just pretty much everything. Bread, like I said, canned goods, box, like Hamburger Helper, those types of foods. In general, the whole food aisles, right? They were like basically half empty. And so I texted my wife. I also got in touch with a friend of mine that lives in the Northeast, another part of the city, and I asked her, like, how does her grocery store look up there? And she was telling me that the last time she had gone, I believe it was over the weekend or a couple of days ago, was that it was fully stocked. It looked pretty good. But my wife reminded me that so I'm not sure how widespread it is, but they have this thing called the PEBT, right? And it's what it is they give, if you have kids in school and they're in free or reduced lunch, like for every child you get so much money. Like it's basically like food stamps or whatever. I don't know what they call it now. I think they I forget the name, what they call it. So for every child, what are you gonna do, guys? Okay. So for every child you get, I don't want to lie, guys, but I believe it's like certain ages, right? You get like, you know what? I'm not even gonna give a number because I'm not for sure, and I don't know how long the program lasts. I believe it's through the summer, but on top of if you get, I think it's called SNAP benefits, if I'm not mistaken. It was food stamps, and then it went to Lone Star card or something. Now it's SNAP. But on top of the food stamps, you get something like either $800 or $1,200 of food stamps, or in this PEBT, on top of if you get any food stamps. Okay, so I think that's why some of these grocery stores got hit like that. So the point of this video is not about people getting food stamps, guys. That's not or getting assistance. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is that, so you have, this is a good example of how food shortages happen and how hyperinflation happens, guys. Okay, so, and apologies if you already know this. I know a lot of you already know this, guys, but when you have so much money in the economy, right? All of a sudden people get a bunch of money. Or like in countries like in Zimbabwe, throughout history, Zimbabwe, Weimar, Germany, and then Venezuela. When you have the central banks and the government printing up money, too much money, it loses all value. Basically, it's worthless because there's too much money, too many dollars, right, chasing the same amount of goods. So before I get off topic here, so You got too much money. Okay, it's in a debit card, right? It comes in a card, and you have so many people with so much money to hit the grocery store, and so there's not enough goods, right? There's too much cash, too much money around, and so the supply can't keep up because there's so much money. Okay, now a friend of mine on social media, Daniel Gleeson from Scotland, I believe she's Scotland. She had pointed out, and honestly, guys, I never thought about it, but if we go digital into a digital economy, you can't have a situation where you can't really have bank runs. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't really thought of that, and which is if you think about it now, it's kind of a no-brainer. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. But I remember she made that comment yesterday, and so you might not have bank runs, right? You might not have stuff like that, but what you are gonna have is either hyperinflation or you're gonna have shortages. And when I saw that, and then I was reminded about the food stamps and these PEBT cards, it reminded me that that is probably what happened. There's too much, normally in a real economy, guys, supply and the demand and the money supply, they're in harmony. They're supposed to stay in harmony, right? It's natural. The people, the economy, the jobs, all that is supposed to be in harmony. But when you got the Federal Reserve printing up money, the government passing out money all over the place, and it's not just here, guys. The United States government is literally giving money away all over the world, giving money to different countries so that they can buy assets in their own countries for US dollars. So I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of that is. I mean, I think because they're trying to, they have to keep creating money. They have to. They can never stop, right? They can't stop creating debt. They can't stop making money because creating money, because if they do, the whole system will collapse. So I believe once you start, when the money starts getting created, right? When it picks up, and they're creating money like every day, guys. I mean, there's gonna come a point when there's not gonna the goods is not gonna be able to keep up with the money available. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be too much money in the economy trying to buy a limited amount of products, a limited amount of food, whatever it is. So, but now I'm wondering if maybe that's the purpose, one of the reasons for the digital currency, But either way, I mean, I'm kind of thinking along as I go, guys. That's got me thinking now. But if we go full digital, guys, that's the end of our freedom. If we go full digital, they can just take our money or shut down the card anytime they want. I mean, what are we gonna do about it? What remedy do we have to stop these people? They're taking a chance and getting everybody riled up. I don't know, guys. What we're going through right now with this economy, it's uncharted territory. So I just wanted to give y'all a report about what I saw. how I know it is because there was a lot of people received money and they hit the store to get groceries. And you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, it had to have been that because, you know, in general, the products that go like when people have food stamps, stuff like that, guys, it's a lot of processed foods, a lot of like sweetened cereal, things like that, and they got hit. Chips, processed foods in boxes, pizza, corn dogs, hot pockets, stuff like that. I mean, it was pretty weird. The freezers where they have like coffees, stuff like that, drinks, Gatorade, stuff like that. It was the store looked, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that it was all empty. It wasn't empty, but it was half empty, guys. It was the food part, you know, the food part there was a lot of stuff missing. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you all the report, and you know, and it got me thinking this about the digital currency. I mean, about why they want to do that. And yeah, I remember that is a way for them to be able to control the economy from running away and you know, losing control of it, which they already basically lost control. I mean, they're just, all they can do now is create debt. So, but anyway, guys, I thought you'd be interested in hearing that and how it is just a taste. It's a glimpse into what'll happen when the money supply just starts, when there's too much money chasing the same amount of goods. They're gonna start disappearing. That's why I say, you know, to prepare now, guys. Buy up what you need to buy right now, because there will come a time when no matter how much money you have, the items will not be there. They will not be available for you to buy. Everybody's gonna have money, but the supply is not gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you have a great evening, guys. It was pretty hot today, but it's a beautiful evening right now. It's very beautiful out here in the country. So anyway, you have a great evening, guys. You gotta take care of each other and love each other out there, because that's what we're here for. God bless.